I'm delighted to welcome you to Soccerex TV, powered by Football Business TV, and absolutely a real pleasure to welcome Dennis Gerkes from Gerkicks. Dennis, we've met a few years now. We've been at Soccerex quite a few years. So I'm quite familiar with your story and your journey, and I have to say it is truly a fascinating one. Can we go back?
Sure.
For people who may not be fully aware of everything you do, go back to kind of the beginning and what brought you into this kind of sphere.
You mean the content?
Indeed.
Okay. So I started about 5 years ago with the first video. A friend of mine made football videos, and I was like, what you can do, I can do better. And with that attitude, I put my phone against my backpack and just shot some goals. And I was like, oh, they're pretty decent. And I put them on TikTok, and I get some views, like a few hundred, but that's it. And during the time it went further. I think in the first I got around 11,000 followers. And after that it exploded, and now it's currently at 500,000 followers.
What was the point at which you thought this isn't just, I'm doing this for fun, or I'm doing this because obviously I enjoy it. And there's a little message in there. Actually, I'm making a difference. I'm making a name. Where did that point come?
I think for me the first realization that it was getting real was when I first thing with a pro player. I don't know John Heitinga.
Indeed,
he was the first pro player I filmed with, and for me he was a childhood hero, and I was like, that I get to meet him and be on the same pitch with him to play football was amazing. And that was a realization, like, okay, we're doing something here. But for me the first like impact wise was when there was like guys that are evident disability and were like, we're afraid to play sports. And we saw you playing, and that's one of the reasons we play sports right now.
Which is absolutely amazing, and in itself has a little bit of pressure on you. Did you feel at the time that actually I am trying to I'm doing something that is popular, which is great. Actually, there's a bit of a message to this. Did you feel pressure then that I've got to get this right? I'm delivering.
No, not the pressure. Like I have to do this right, because I do it from the side of I have to have fun. I want to be I wouldn't say funny, but more like I want to show my personality in it. I have to be happy because I'm mostly a happy person, so I want to show that side of me as well in videos. So all the video has to be true to myself. So that want to show, but also that the videos has a certain type of quality in the videos, but also in the quality of the football. Because if I shoot the ball with like 2 miles an hour into the net with just walking in, it's boring. So the video has to be good of quality wise. So that's the main target for me, that it has to be good and be funny, and also for fun for me. As long as I like it, I want to continue with it.
Obviously, you are a content creator, so I mean that. But we hear an awful lot at Soccerex now. We have done the last few years, but it's becoming more and more.
For sure.
More and more massive. For those people who aren't 100% sure, what is a content creator? What do you do? How do you view football and view the world?
Mostly for me, I'm a fan of football. That's the reason mostly why I'm still doing it, because I love the game and I love playing and participating in football. Content creator is mostly putting your own passion out there for other people to see and inspiring them, or make amusement or information for them so they can be inspired, can sort of new info, enjoy your content. That's the most important thing, and in which way you want to do that, that's up to you. And for me, it's the most in amusement and or inspiring part.
Obviously there's lots and lots of content that you're putting out there. Where are the ideas coming from? Because it's just all kinds of different things.
For sure. No, in the beginning was just kicking the ball into the net. I looked other people with bigger accounts. I looked them up and like, okay, what are you doing? What can I implement in my own content? Because I wouldn't say steal it, but more like put my own sauce over it. Like, okay, I like this, but I can do it this way, so it can be my own thing. So first of all, look at certain type of content lines. And from that part, hopping on the trends, the right music, the right content lines. And at this point, I have like 12 different content lines, which I put every Monday, for example, is the prime videos. I compare which player is better, for example, Messi or Ronaldo, and I replicate their best goals in the video, and then the comments can get loose, so which player is better. And I think I have replicated like 50, 60 players currently. And so we have a lot of content behind the scenes, but when we're saying, for example, who's better, Sterling against Ronaldo, everybody's like Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And we did also with one of the biggest videos, I think it got 10 million views on Instagram or something like it. It was like, who's better, prime Beckham or current Bellingham? And the young
Tough question.
yeah, and the current generation is going to lose over Bellingham, but like I would say 20, 30 plus age, it'll always like Beckham.
60 plus as well.
Even,
Probably went for Beckham as well, I should imagine.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're in the space that you're in is a very predominantly social media space. Obviously, you've got YouTube and other areas as well, other things. And as we've had time today as well on a panel to discuss various things. And one of the things we talked about was social media is often not the nicest of places to be as well. So how do you kind of balance those things of actually being absolutely fantastic and watched and loved on a space where there's also not so many great comments?
No, for sure. No, when I started, I think in the first month, I didn't even have 1,000 followers at that point. People were like hating on my disability. They were like, "You're a T-Rex, go and keep, we give you a high five," and there is go on with those kind of comments. And of course they hurt because you weren't, you don't expect that from people at first thing. And of course, when you were younger, people sometimes give those type of comments towards you, but now you get those on a daily routine. So for me, at some point it was like doubting, do I continue or will I go?
And why? I'll just sort of interrupt you there. But why did? Because that is I don't think people can fully appreciate what a place that is to be in. So why you're gonna tell me that you did decide to carry on, which is fantastic. But why did you? What courage did that take?
It took a lot of courage because I wouldn't say a lot, but more like it's my hobby, it's my passion, football, and I love every second of it. I get to meet so many amazing people, be amazing place like this one, for example. And those positive sides are way more than the negative sides for me. So, like I said, I told you about a kid that is going to play football because of me. Yeah. That is huge. And then all the 1,000 comments about my disability being shitty or whatever, they can go to hell for that one kid. And also I can look quite factual towards it. It's not like I'm a dick or something. More like you have a disability and that's why we don't like you or we are hating you. And I can't change my arm length. I can't make them straight or anything. So I wouldn't say just deal with it, but there are no other ways how I can change my disability.
No.
So if I was like a really annoying dude and in the videos I would be as well, and that's the reason why they're hating, I would say I can change that. So, and even though the hate is still wrong, but you're like, okay, I get where you're coming from, but now like I can change my arms. No. So, and the comments over the last 5 years have been the same almost. So at some point you're like, go get something new comments. They're getting boring. I know these ones.
I know. Yeah. Are you noticing any change, any softening? Is social media becoming a better place, or
I don't
is it
know.
Still the same?
Yeah, kind of the same. For me, it's getting better because you have bigger community that appreciates you for you.
Yeah.
Instead of more like viral videos where people are going off about your disability. But now they're like, oh, we appreciate what you're doing. We love your video. We have been following you for the last 4 years. And this, and this. So the balance of 80% hate in the beginning is now like maybe 50-50 or even 60-40 positive side.
No, okay. Yeah. We've been, as you say, on a panel today. And we've talked about some of these aspects, not necessarily about your content creation, but a bit about sort of the diversity side of things as well. And we've kind of said that perhaps there's still a journey to be made in football. How do you view football in particular in terms of inclusion of various groups?
Yeah.
What further needs to be done?
I think there's still a huge gap between the regular player and the disabled player, or the fan instead of. But I think if you focus on how we can come together more, like now it's more like, oh, you have the disability and you have the regular player. More like you're like you already said in the panel, we're one person and we have to get along at some point.
Yeah.
So if you focus more like you show people in the commercials, on the branding deals, because 12% of the person worldwide have a disability, but only 1% of them are shown in commercial and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's a huge gap between representation and what is shown right now. So
we've always said as well today that there's a benefit because there's monetization. There is money in that. I mean, what would you hope clubs would do, and what would you think they could achieve financially by actually being more inclusive?
I think they can make a huge impact, of course, commercial-wise, but also more like impact, like how you can change people's point of view. And I think I wouldn't say a little money, but for them, sometimes, even, for example, they will spend $1 million, and for 100,000, they can make a huge impact. But even though 100,000, they don't give it at the moment.
No.
So I think for a percentage-wise of the huge amount of money they're already giving out, I think it can make a huge difference.
Lots of it. We're going to go back to the content creation.
Yeah.
We're going to do a greatest hits reel.
Okay.
So I'm sure people will be on their phones watching.
Yeah.
Obviously now, they're not on their tellies. So top 2 or 3 of your posts that you've put out over the last few years. Or should people go and have a look and say, this is what sums up the man?
The one I love most is the one with Roberto Carlos.
Yeah.
I filmed the free kick challenge with him, and I hit it first try top bins. And the funny story behind it was that he was trying to shoot it, and we clipped that part of it because he missed a total goal. And then his manager was like, he can't shoot anymore, he got an injury, so he can stand next to you, but you have to shoot. I was like, okay, sure. And then I hit the top corner in the first try, and you see the Roberto Carlos from, holy shit.
And that's how you get.
And that for me was the best video so far. But I think like wise in the numbers, I think we have videos over 1 million, 10 million, almost 20 million views. But I love the Roberto Carlos video.
And where are people going to find that particular clip?
Roberto Carlos, you can see on TikTok.
Yeah.
There's one of the pinned videos. And you can also select on popular videos, so you can see the biggest one straight in the line. And the same thing goes for Instagram, YouTube. And
now I know what you're like, because we can hardly get hold of you at these events because you're here and there and everywhere.
Yeah.
And networking. So what are your future plans? Who have you spoken to here that you're going to do a collaboration with the Dutch national team? Or
I would love that.
I imagine. What have you got planned? What's lined up?
At the end of the year, there is coming a book out of me. When I publish a book, a publisher came to me like, we want to make a children's book out of you.
Okay.
From the 8 and up years. So I can be animated and everything. And this is written right now. It's going to be out in November.
It's going to be animated.
Yeah, it's like cartoonified, however you want to call it.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
So I saw all the drawings and everything. It's on my phone currently, and they're like, do you look like it? Are you agreeing with it? Is your hair right? All those kind of things is currently in the process.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah, it's amazing. So that's in November. So that's one of the things I look forward to. There are a few good collaboration with clubs I'm looking forward to, but we will see if what will happen and what won't. Sometimes they're like, oh, you can come, and they're like, ah. And for example, we would go to Inter Miami 2 years ago.
Yep.
And when we came out of the plane, the person what we were gonna film with, his contract was ripped off. So they were like, yeah, sorry, dude, you can't come. And we're already in Miami at that point. So
back on the plane.
Exactly. So
so perhaps not always the reliable side of content creation. And are there any other areas that you would think to yourself, do you know what, it's not just about media or content? Are there other areas that you'd like to get involved with, or you feel you would like to get involved with?
Of course, my mostly videos are football, soccer, but I also did High Rocks last year.
Okay.
To show what's more possible even besides football. I like to participate in other sports, more like show more the inspiration side of it, that you can do everything when you put your mind to it.
Yeah.
And show that without letting the focus be on like, oh, look how sad I am, or look how good I am. More like try to inspire people without just like be inspired by me, but more like I do good shit and you like it
as a person.
Yeah,
that's what they are. Wow, so we've had a fantastic conversation, but I think perhaps finally, as a successful person who's got a feed which is kind of seen by millions, what advice would you give to someone who just thinks, right, I want to do what Dennis has done, I want to set this up, I want to set up a feed, and I want to see if I've got. What advice would you do to someone who wants to start off in the content creation? Well,
just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, that's. I love the Nike quote out of it, but just go for it. If you have a passion for it, go for it. Be you yourself. Don't let anyone interrupt you in the way you want to be, and put yourself out there.
And you'll be a success like
I
you are.
hope so.
I love it. No, absolutely not. Right, this has been Dennis Gerkes, and this is Darren Eisted from #Digital Media at Soccerex TV, powered by Football Business TV. Dennis, thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Chat. Thank you very much.